This episode of Anatomy of a Fighter is presented by 8 Man Strong. Strong has many forms. Find yours.
So for you now, you got the title, and there is talk about you fighting for the Bantamweight title against champion T.J. Dillashaw. What are your thoughts? Like, where are you at right now? Like, what are your goals?
It's a beautiful time to be the champ. There's tons of options, Joe. You know,
where's your contract at right now?
Well, I still have about 7 fights left. You know, but we're gonna renegotiate. 'Cause I think more likely that TJ fight might happen.
It's gotta happen.
That TJ fight might happen if it's gonna be a done with the flyweight division.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the cat's out the bag, and you know Dana had mentioned that to me.
Mm-hmm. And TJ's down for it too.
I don't think so. I think TJ wants to come down to 25, and I think that's kind of like the delay a little
point.
bit. Yeah.
Now, would you rather fight him at 35 so that you can get an additional title, or would you rather fight him at 35 because you don't have to cut weight, or what's your thought process?
I like both ideas. I actually kind of left it off to him. I says I don't know, but I want to fight you, man. I said I want to fight TJ. I want to go out to the next best thing, and I think that's him. You know.
So you don't mind fighting him at 25 or 35?
Yeah, I don't.
That makes it easy.
Yeah. I said, how to Anatomy of a Fighter.
What's up, Anatomy of a Fighter?
What made you start coming here?
Oh man, it's well, this is one of the secrets. Not really. This is just optimizing recovery. You know, building more blood cells. You know, I'm training like a dog, and I gotta make sure that everything's I'm fired at all cylinders, man. I'm using a lot of science too, science and technology. So I come from a traditional background, like a sport like wrestling, kind of a sport, kind of like Muay Thai, very, very old school mind of thinking. And I knew that if I couldn't beat, I knew that I had to. First of all, I had to beat Demetrius Johnson somehow, and the old methods that I had wasn't working. And I knew that I changed everything completely. Coaches, techniques, science, technology. I mean, I had everything to be the best in the world, man. So it worked out for me.
Got your Hugh Hefner on?
Hugh Hefner ain't got nothing on.
Little Cejudo.
So at Cerulean, we're able to do, in essence, customized fitness for an athlete. We can do testing that helps an athlete understand how they can exercise to the maximum benefit, and then we offer therapies here at Cerulean that take advantage of technology that can be incorporated into that fitness plan. So we can offer nutrition, we can offer exercise, and then we can offer the technological advancements of the therapies that we offer to supplement all of those things.
We have to catch up with what's going on, man. We're in the information age, man. All this stuff is data proven. All this stuff is making a big difference in people's careers, man. So you got to be a professional in all areas. You know? And Hugh Hefner is going in.
So he'll be in there about 3 minutes. Essentially what's happening to the body is going into fight or flight mode. All the blood is going to the organs to keep the body alive. And then when he's out, the blood is hyper-nourished, it's hyper-oxygenated, it goes back to all the extremities. During that process, one of the main things is anti-inflammatory proteins are released, which lowers inflammation. Any pain associated with that is lowered as well. So that's typically what Henry uses it for, to kind of keep the inflammation down.
It's miserable, man. It's like Mexicans and blacks, dude. We don't like the cold, man. We may fight a lot, but the one thing we can agree on is we don't like the cold.
So he's in 3 minutes. He's doing about -220, and it's basically going the first layer of skin. So the brain basically is perceiving it as very serious, very dangerous. That's why the blood's kind of pulling in to keep the organs alive.
What's my temperature?
45.
45 degrees. Got the chills. And it was because of a girl. Since I think the first time I fought Wilson Hayes, I started doing this, but I even upped my technology when I fought Demetrius. I mean, this was it, man. This was the recipe. I told myself, if I can't be the best in the world, then there's something wrong. There's literally something wrong, man. 'Cause I'm that much of a competitor. I'm that much of an athlete. And what was it? I flipped every stone. And we're the UFC. I'm the UFC Flyweight World Champion.
The types of athletes that we typically have coming in are fighters, and we also have people that are acclimating for altitude. So people that are going to go on a climb. You know, here in Phoenix, we're at basically 2,000 feet above sea level. So if you're going to go on a mountain climb, you're not going to get acclimated here in the Phoenix area unless you can go all the way up to Flagstaff. But here at Cerulean, we can take you up to 22,500 feet in the hyperbaric chamber, or we can also do intermittent hypoxic therapy that simulates going up to high altitude. And so athletes that are going to go to high altitude will come here to get that acclimation and get that training.
It's a little cold in there too. So I'm wearing a sweater and I have this blanket. Recovery at its fullest. Brooklyn, here we come. Cutting the head off that snake for good.
Right now we are at Neuroforce One, which is a progressive neuroscience-based training company and a medical-grade diagnostic testing company. So what we do with all of our athletes, including Henry, start with a very comprehensive baseline assessment so you can really objectively understand your functional strengths and your functional deficiencies. So allows us to put together a very individualized, very data-driven program that'll focus on any deficiencies you may have, also while exploiting any strengths you may have there as well. So we're constantly retesting, adjusting our programs as needed. So we don't believe in this kind of static programming approach where we tell you what to do for the next 8 or 12 weeks. Every single day we're collecting data, adjusting his training program, and his supplementation and nutrition program in accordance as well.
It's the new evolution of training out here at Neuroforce. You know, it's helped my career. I mean, I was able to beat the greatest of all time. I mean, the stuff works. Stuff works, man. You gotta stop sipping on that other Kool-Aid. Get with the program or get out. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
What the hell? Are you kidding me right now? Oh my gosh, dude. Dude. Happy birthday to you. Holy shit. Happy birthday, bro. Dude, no one's ever done nothing like this for me, dude. It was so unexpected.
Look, you got your picture on there, dude.
Holy fucking shit, bro. Jeez.
God damn.
I look pretty mean in that picture. I can't lie either. God dang. Dude, I appreciate all you guys, man. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. That wasn't about me.
Happy birthday.
Fucking A, dude.
33?
Pumped up now. Yeah, 33 now. God,
Still a
dude.
young man.
I know, right? I feel that way. Hell yeah.
Now, what do you want for your birthday?
I want to fucking cut the head off the snake. That's what I want. I want the dub.
I was thinking big booty hoe, but
I got one of them. She's at work right now. Yeah, I know I said it, but like, man, I know it's nothing crazy, but no one's ever done nothing like that for me, man. I was super surprised. I like stressed to get here. I've been in the gym all morning. I'm like ready to watch videos, but that's huge, man. That makes a big day for me, man. Thank you.
What? We're in this shit together, Handy. We're in this shit together.
Oh, fucking seriously.
This is the time you should, man. You're the addict.
Wow, bro.
You're on TV.
Game time, back on. Game time.
Like literally, like everybody in here, in this room, look around, dude. Everybody here has a purpose, man. Like, you know, we don't have any, everybody in this room here, part of Neuroforce One, everybody has a title and we're all working amongst the same goal. So I don't have nobody, you know, just kind of hanging out or anything like that, man. We're strictly professionals here. Everybody plays their parts. We all respect each other. Don't mean we don't fight at times, but we get things done.
That's a good one to watch because he got a lot better from the first one to the second one.
A lot of his stuff, he doesn't do the same stuff anymore. It's changed. His last 3 fights, he's different. He does all different, not all different stuff, but you can tell he kind of morphed into a different fighter than what he was, even Dominic Cruz-ish. You know, kind of Dominic Cruz and before, and then kind of after Dominic Cruz. There's definitely some changes in his fighting style. He's not a huge 35, right? I mean, you see how much shorter he was than Garbrandt.
Garbrandt won up, if not the biggest UFC Bantamweight Championship fight this octagon has ever hosted. Garbrandt in the black and gold of the champion T.J. Dillashaw, switching stances as usual.
T.J. has a remarkable ability to be calm.
Right body
Big
kick.
fights. You saw that in
Right body kick, right inside
crowd like he was sparring. Very loose, relaxed, and he looks that way now.
He spoke about his game plan for this fight, and he said it was to wait for him, to draw him in.
If there's an important thing to take from that, right, is he goes square back, but watch what TJ does. As soon as he gains his footing, he starts shooting. Right there, he should have skipped up and went.
Yep.
Instead of pointing at him.
And right after this, too, you see him, he lands it and then just kind of bails off. See, even right now, he's a little more like, he is like mad. Like, if he's not as calm, just...
See, there you go.
Big body fake.
Wait, now...
What's he gonna do?
And there you go. Boom. But see, the problem is he's sitting right in the range, man.
Cody's
and he's
waiting
not
again.
active.
Cody's not active. He's waiting. That was almost a whole minute.
The thing is, make the takedown.
Yeah.
He faint. He see him reacting on the feint.
If you start analyzing him, that's when you're going to get caught. If you find yourself, what's he going to do? Just back out, bail, reset. But watch this. You can see him. You can see Cody kind of reacting. He's trying to figure it out, and then that's when he gets caught right here. Watch this next, like, he's kind of, he's trying to see what's going on. You see him getting a little tense.
He's staying right in distance.
Yep.
Protective on the legs here.
So he pretty much abandoned a game plan, huh? Had a good game plan for this round.
He recovered from the kick.
Yeah.
You could tell he's waiting for something and it doesn't show up. And that's when he,
he's
see how nervous he looks right here? He's
He's
so tense for something.
That moment was good.
He broke off in the shoulder.
I just think Cody was too squared.
Yeah, for sure.
But he was still trying to hit him when he was off angle over here, rather than like Coach Paul talks about, just circle out. Like, beat someone once they bounce over here. It's hard. If you turn in time, then absolutely.
If Cody would have just kept doing Cody from the first round.
Yeah.
We're doing a pre-celebration
2016.
of snaking, skinning the snake before we cut his head off.
Make sure you get video of it before.
Do it for me. You gonna do it for me, Coach?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. It seems childish, but it's like I've never. It's crazy. All right. Who's gonna get my dick?
Santino.
We're gonna get that Santino.
He called dibs on it earlier. Fucking Santino.
True.
Happy birthday, Handy Snake.
New meaning to eat a dick.
God, I love that nickname.
Fucking A.
What you got, Captain?
God,
Right, 33. That's a God-given. That's the age of isn't it?
Holy shit.
Jesus, 33 years old.
Rawr. Tino, as promised.
Got the Hoiner.
Yeah, does this mean I gotta slurp it up?
Yeah, you're right.
He doesn't care. It's just.
See, that kind of stuff, I don't think you can do on you.
You get shot on right there.
You can take it down.
When the
Right there.
When the Sensao took 4, 5 steps backwards, we shoot off 1 or 2 steps if we have to.
No, so get this feeling, in my mind, you know. I'm thinking now, okay, get this feeling of his patterns and his rhythm, and now I'm there.
Yeah.
Really, if you look like that, you get the feeling of this guy. You know,
This is why I was telling Eric, like, it's not the speed, it's the feel. It's finding somebody it's finding his time. It's getting used to those patterns that clocking him, do boom, 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 taking him down to clinching.
I think you're more comfortable
when he's on the inside.
When he's on the inside.
For sure.
But you cannot be there.
You can't live there.
I think what we need to do now, instead of watching TJ tape all the time, watch your sparring rounds.
Yes, that's what I thought we were doing.
Because that would be, because we've seen him, but you don't realize where you're good and where you're not good. You kind of think, I mean, you do.
No, I agree.
But I think seeing you, having you watch your own rounds, you'll see, oh shit, I'm doing really well here. Oh, I'm not doing as well here that I thought. We have a lot of coaches, which, you know, there's a lot of ideas. There's a lot of brains. Everyone's pulling in different directions, which is good though. So you know, if I want to pull left, somebody else wants to pull right, somebody wants to pull up and down. Then we have these meetings, kind of look at some film, look at stuff, and then we kind of, each of us gets reined in and pulled in, and we kind of all put everything together and make something cohesive out of, you know, you get 25 pieces of yarn. At some point we got to stitch that thing together for a quilt, and we're making quilts up there right now. So a lot of meetings, there's a lot of meetings, but they you know, people don't communicate enough. There's a lot of passive aggressiveness and ideas in the game, and so we take that out, and so we're all on the same page. Everybody's on the same page, working toward the same goal. And watching tape with TJ, I think at the end of the week, lets us kind of just sit there and filter everything out and absorb.